Did you know that there are a lot of ways that authors can make money aside from just the royalties of their novels? We here are all about creating passive streams of income for authors. So no matter what your book sales are on any given month, you are still making money and able to support yourself as an author. So this is an ongoing series. We've done episodes. We're going to keep doing episodes. There's no end in sight to potential ways authors can make money. And this is just one of many episodes. So subscribe, notification bell. Let's get into this. One of the ways that I love to make money as an author is by using my writing skills, but in a different capacity. I love to write articles, and you can write articles too. And this can be for bookish communities, and it can be for non-bookish communities. You are an author, you're skilled at writing, and you have books in the industry, in the world, on Amazon, to act as credibility and credentials for you. So you can go to magazines, you can go to websites, you can go to different places and pitch yourself to write articles, to write stories, to write things for that company. So let's back up a little bit. As an author, you have to make sure you have examples. So you do need to have some articles out there. You can do this on your own blogs. You can do this on your author's friends' blogs. You can do it on your publisher's blogs. And you can go to the companies that you work with, people that you know, and offer them different articles so that you have some examples here. But you don't just want those articles out there. You also want to point out, I have published books. I published books out in the world. That's going to give you a leg up on everybody else. Then you have to do your research. You have to understand who you're going to be pitching. People aren't just going to come to you and randomly ask you to write things. And if they do, they probably want it for free. We are getting paid to write articles. Now, not every article you write is going to be paid. Not every interview you do is going to be paid. You have to understand that there's some of that you have to do for free just for marketing's sake for yourself. But outside of that, you're getting paid in pretty well for writing articles. There are places in the book community that will have you write articles for authors by authors and pay you pretty okay money for writing those shorter articles. There are magazines, there are websites, there are publications that you can go to and say, I'm a best-selling author, I'm an award-winning author, I'm a published author, I would like to write an article on this for you. And you can pitch a one-off, which is probably your best bet, or you can pitch a series. If you are going to pitch a series, they're probably going to turn you down or say, we just want one for now, or say we only do that with people who are on staff. So you can even get yourself a little part-time gig being on staff for some of these places. But you have to have a pitch. Here's what I want to write. Here's why it's meaningful to your audience. Here's what I'm capable of doing. Here's my credentials. Do you want this? And see what they say. Then you'll have to negotiate price and all of those things. Sometimes it will be a concrete price and take it or leave it. Sometimes there's room for negotiation, and it's up to you what you're going to work with. You want to do things that align with your skills. So if you are an author and you know absolutely nothing about sports, please don't go to a baseball blog and say, I want to write for you, because that's not going to work. Things that you're skilled in, things that you're knowledgeable in, things that you can actually do and do easily. Because, and this is really important here, you are a writer and they're not used to working with professional authors, novelists, people who write books. They're used to people who write articles and take a lot of time to do so. You have a leg up because you can do it faster, stronger, and better than the common lay person here. So even if you're getting that same standard rate as the person down the road who's not an author, you're going to be able to do it faster, stronger, and better. And therefore, you're going to complete it in less time than them, which means the money you make was done in less time. So you actually had time to do more things, and that time is more profitable. So you are coming to them, giving them a really good pitch, but you are going to do it a little bit faster than everybody else and get on to the next job, meaning you take on more things and make more money and be more profitable that way. So you want to pay attention to what you're writing and how you're writing it, and whether or not it's going to be with your name attached to it or in a ghostwriting capacity. If you go to a website and just say, hey, listen, I see you write wedding articles. I know a lot about weddings. I would love to write this for you. You may be asked to do this in a ghostwriter capacity where your name is not attached to it. If you go to a magazine, they might have a byline for you, or they might actually give you some links inside of it. But do not expect links if you're being paid for it. You're being paid. They're not required to give you a link back to your books or to your website, or even mention that you're an author. They may not even mention that you have books. This is not a marketing tactic for you. This is purely for financial reasons, a side income for you. You're using your skills in a way that's going to make you more money. So you are looking for magazines, you're looking for websites, but you can also look for physical publications. Your local community may have a magazine. It may have something that it puts out in those boxes on the streets that anybody can grab the magazine or everybody can grab that newspaper and learn about what's going on in the community. I actually have a local magazine that I do articles for. I'm not super heavily invested in the community I'm in right now because I'm living here for a shorter period of time before I move on to the next place. But I am actively writing for them. I'm doing interviews. I'm talking about different events and happenings in the space. I'm interviewing different people for highlights and spotlights. It is something that I'm doing for extra income because I have those skills and because I can write those articles like that and make those money. So I am just going to be able to do whatever I need to do, write it very quickly, hand it off. My name is attached to it, but even if my name wasn't attached to it, it wouldn't matter because that's an extra $90, $150, $200 per article that I am writing, depending on what I'm doing or how long it is. And a lot of these places will pay by the word. So your amount is not going to be the same every time you write an article for that magazine. It's going to fluctuate with how many words you are allotted for the space for your article. So it'll be up and down. If you take on several of these, even if you're not getting them every single week or every single month, you can have a rotation of those things. So if you work for multiple magazines in your town, local towns, or on a global or a national scale online, you now have income coming from somewhere. Every one-off article that you can do is extra money that you can put away for whatever you need it for. You do not have to have this as a steady stream of passive income. This can be a bunch of one-offs that you're just collecting. And you are going to then be able to control all of that when it comes to what you're willing to take on and what you're not. You can say no. You can say yes. You can ask for more. You can ask for less in terms of how much you're writing for a company. You can go through and find connections. Do you know somebody who works there? Do you have social media friends that work there? Are there ways that you can reach out to them even if they don't have that information on their website? It does require some legwork up front. You have to have the examples. You have to have your pitches. You have to do your research on the companies and how you can impact and affect their readers. You have to be able to effectively communicate that. So it does require a bit of work up front, and nobody's coming to you because you're an author. You gotta go to them. But it does mean that they will, if they like what your work and it's something that continually publishes, they'll probably come back to you for reoccurring things every so often. You may not see them every week. You may not see them every month. You may not even see them every quarter, but when they have a need, they're going to be able to ping you in. So that could mean you write an article and 6 months from now, they come back and say, hey, listen, we've got this other thing. Would you like an extra $300 to do this? So the more that you can put your time and effort into this, the more you're going to get on the back end. It may not be steady, but it is extra. Extra money is incredibly helpful. So find places to write. Look locally at things that are going on. Look at the internet. Look at social media, who is putting out content, and pay attention to how many people are writing, who's writing for them. If you see an author writing for a place, go see if you can write for that place too. You're doing your research. It's very similar to doing your research for finding an agent or a publisher. You want to make sure that you are paying attention to these things and you are taking the effort and making the pitches to see if you can get a little bit of extra money to do whatever it is that you need to do. And the more that you can take on with that, the more money you're going to make. And because it's something you do all the time, it takes you less time to do it. You can get it done very quickly and then turn it in and forget it and still get paid. Writing articles is incredibly helpful because you have that skill. It will take you a very short amount of time. It does not require as much time investment as a lot of the other things that you could be doing to create that passive income. So drop your questions on writing articles for outside sources, websites, magazines, different places that potentially could pay you to write on their behalf. And we'll get those answered for you. But I have so many other ideas. In fact, as I was talking today, I clicked with like 3 or 4 more ideas for you to make money. As soon as I end this, I'm putting them on the list to film. This is going to go on and on and on because I want you to be as profitable as you can be in your writing space so that you can live out your author dreams while also having a life and being able to support your lifestyle. So questions down below, follow along for more, and we'll see you in the upcoming episodes.